2. Time for baseball on the show from the bank. Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Tonight, game 2 of this 3-game series. The best bats in the business go at it next on the show. Digging in, Danny Santana. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Center fielder, Danny Santana.
Here comes the first pitch. And we kick things off tonight with a swing and a miss for a first pitch strike as we're underway. These Phillies, as they enter play here tonight, fellas, well, they've been on a pretty good roll of late. Winners of 7 of their last 8 ball games.
What an opportunity to get a chance.
Fouled off. High in the air down the right field line. Williams is under it. 1 away. And now here's the starting 9 for the visiting Atlanta Braves. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, Matt, I'm excited to get a chance to see that left-handed hitter, Freddie Freeman. He's really had a heck of a year in the power categories, slugging over 500 coming into this one. That means almost every time he's hitting the ball, he's hitting it hard somewhere. Should be fun to watch.
The 0-2 once more. Is swung on and missed. He got him. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. And the pitch. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
Now you could tell right there that curveball had some serious depth to it. That's what separates the good ones from the bad ones. That nasty spin rate, get that downward action. You even get a star player like this swinging at something in the dirt.
Popped him up. Crawford in foul ground, and the inning is over. Stepping up to the plate, Aaron Altair. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Phillies, center fielder, Aaron.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Well, boys, these Braves, as they take the field here tonight, they come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, guys, dropping yesterday was a heartbreaker without question. But you know what? You find a way. You show up to the yard today, you get out of the cab, and you watch countless hours of video, and you try and formulate a game plan to get this back to 500. 1-1 to start the road trip, and you're moving in the right direction.
The 1-2. A swinging bunt to the mound. And there's one gone to start the night. A moment now to check out the hometown Phillies starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Well, one of their hotter hitters has been Carlos Santana. Looking at the stats, man, I'm impressed. He's in the top 5 home runs in the National League coming in. When you're doing that, you're catching just about everyone's attention. Don't be surprised if he doesn't make something happen here today.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. And there are our umpires calling balls and strikes in this one. Mr. James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why the pitchers throughout the league, they call him the king of the hill. You move the ball a little bit off the strike zone, he's not afraid to put that arm up. He's a very good pitcher's umpire.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Nick Williams becomes out number 2 this inning. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Hit on the ground toward the left. Camargo brings it in. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Phillies turned away their first time around. On to inning number 2 from Citizens Bank Park. No score. The next to bat for Atlanta, Tyler Flowers. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And let's take a look at first baseman Carlos Santana. Originally came up from the minors as a catcher. Also has dabbled at DH. But don't get it twisted. This guy can handle first base as well with soft hands and big-time power at the plate.
First offering on its way. Here's a strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Softly hit here to the left side. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Hey, not a bad pitch right there. Off-speed pitch down in the zone. You thought he would set that up pretty well. The previous pitch was a real good fastball up.
Yeah, I think the hitter was sitting all over that one, Dan. I really do. He saw that fastball up for show. I think he thought to himself, here comes the off-speed. That pitch was right down the heart of the plate, but obviously this guy had made up his mind on the on-deck circle. He was taken all away, and he was going to zone him up.
Comes set, and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now.
That fastball must have a little late life on it because that was right in the wheelhouse, and he still wasn't able to get good wood on it.
Hit on the ground out to short. Scooped up on the backhand. And there are 2 away now. Now at the plate, Lane Adams. He was hitless in the shutout last night. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A high fastball is in there. Albies stands at second with 2 gone. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Altair moving in. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Atlanta. We'll go to the bottom of the second. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He was responsible for both of his club's runs batted in last night's ball game. Rounded down the third baseline. He couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. To short. Swanson scoops it up. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Here's Carlos Santana now, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And this is cut on and missed below the knees, and it's 0-1. So far this year against Southpaws, Santana is below the Mendoza line. The batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Matty, he struggled this season against left-handed pitching, but maybe a little shot of confidence with the manager putting him in the lineup today.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Here now the 2-2. Hit back up the middle. Swanson brings it in. And the throw here is going to get him at first. Excellent range there at short, and there are 2 away now. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Cameron Rupp. Try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Swanson picks it up. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired.
Leading off for Atlanta, shortstop.
Here comes the first pitch. Swing and a miss just behind a lively fastball. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So it's an inning opening base hit, and the Braves have a man on. And the Braves have something going right away. It's a leadoff double.
Looking at this, you know he had to be sitting on that pitch because he jumped all over it. Tried to keep him off balance with the old Uncle Charlie, and he was having none of that. Not a bad pitch. He was just waiting for it and blasted a leadoff double.
And they'll try to get the man to third as he puts this one down. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice. Striding in once again, Danny Santana. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. The 1-0. Lifted down the line in left. Hoskins giving chase, and this will fall, but it's a foul ball. There's a good breaking ball down on the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taken all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the back of your mind.
Here's another 1-2. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Popped him up. Rupp waits on it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nick Markakis. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Pulled toward right center field. Williams is there, and he puts this one away for the third out. Strand 1. Home half of the third coming up. No score. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. Stepping into the box, Adam Rosales. He's ready. Here's the first offering. No balls and a strike to count. The windup and the 0-1. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground. Throw to first gets him, so Kashmir's looking good to start the inning. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher, Ben Lively, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Kazmir's ready. Here's the first pitch. Sent out to straightaway center field. And the Phillies are into the hit column.
Boy, were you talking about frustrating as a pitcher? You have the pitcher up with 2 outs, and he extends the inning there with a base hit.
Yeah, it's funny. I've hit 8th in my career, and the grind was to try and get the pitcher up so you could waste that out and flip the lineup over. This guy took it into his own hands and did just that. By getting a knock, now we could have some issues here.
First delivery to him on the way. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Against left-handed pitching so far this season, Altair is holding on to a batting average way down in the 210s.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise. Hey, after back-to-back 2-out hits right now, this pitcher thought he was going to cruise through this inning, and now he's got traffic, and he's in jeopardy with a ball in the gap or a ball missed over the heart of the plate, a crooked number going on the board.
Up next will be Nick Williams, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Outside for a ball, 1-1. This is on the ground over to first. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is. Freeman start things off when we return.
Hitting off with a break.
Digging in to try it again. Freddie Freeman comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Up next for Atlanta.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. He's 0 for 1 thus far. First offering on its way. A breaking ball taken at the knees for strike 1. Looking at his career totals, Flowers is a batting line residing in the 230s.
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off.
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Hoskins is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out.
Second baseman.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, Ozzie Albies 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up. First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far. Albies with a 1-1 count now.
Ooh, I'm shocked he took that pitch right there. That ain't plus 90s right there. That's mid to low 90s fastball in the honey hole. I'm surprised he didn't pull the trigger on that one.
To third. Crawford gloves it. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Down in order go the Braves. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Ready for another chance? Cesar Hernandez will start things out against Scott Kazmir as we get the inning underway.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
The batter, left fielder.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Rhys Hoskins. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. Look over by Kazmir. Now the pitch. Grounded foul off to the right. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. One and 2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
this guy has been throwing the ball so well, and that's exactly why. He has such a feel for that secondary pitch. He can flip it over whenever he wants and get back in the count.
Still a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Popped up. Freeman shading to his right. 1 away. Here's Carlos Santana now. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Hit hard back up the middle. There's one. On to Freeman, and they turn the double play to end the inning. Phillies 4. Still tied, 0-0. Digging in the switch hitter, Johan Camargo. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Rosales backs up a bit and he takes charge for the first out. So striding in, Lane Adams. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss way behind the big fastball.
Watching him on the mound, I'm really impressed with what he's doing right now. He's been really aggressive and confident over the last couple of innings.
Behind 0-2 now. He just dissected him in that at-bat as he flails at that one, and he's down on 3 pitches, 2 away. So coming to the plate, Dansby Swanson. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Here comes the first pitch. Takes a good curveball at the knees. The windup and the 0-1. Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for Atlanta. The slider freezes him at the plate. A called third strike, and the inning comes to a close. Braves are set down 1 home, still no score. So next to the plate for the Phils, Cameron Rupp. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. A less than impressive swing there to start the at-bat. It's 0-1.
That's been a great pitch for him all night. Able to push him, pull the throttle a little bit, throwing a good fastball located. And
a swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. The 1-2. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Hard hit ball to second. Albies scoops it up, and that's the first out. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. First pitch coming. Here it is. Is put in play to the right side of the infield. Albies brings it in, and there's out number 2.
Number 9.
Into the box, Adam Rosales. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Tried to golf at it, but he missed strike 1.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Hit on the ground out to short. Swanson scoops it up. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. 3 inning coming up. Still zip, zip. So in now is the Atlanta pitcher, Scott Kazmir. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th. And that's by him. It's 0-1. '50th pitch of the game on its way. Next pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and he's behind 0-2 now.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Fastball got him looking, as that had 2-seam action on it. 1 gone. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Stepping in, Danny Santana. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he takes a pitch right down the middle. 1 out, nobody on. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Hey, you find yourself down 0-2, you've got to grind a little bit right here. I don't understand the game plan. Let's see if we can get this one back to even count.
A bouncer up the middle. Rosales ranging up the middle, and that's the 2nd out. Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. On a big swing there from Markakis, he didn't get it to make it strike 2.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
Hit in the air to shallow center. Altair moving in, and that retires the side. Down in order go the Braves, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Ben Lively. He'll have the opportunity to kick things off as we begin the home 6th.
Lively.
And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
I think he's pitched better than anyone really expected in this one. He's done a real nice job, but someone's going to make him pay if he puts too many more pitches in that location.
But quick reactions at the hot corner take away a hit, and there's 1 gone. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Aaron Altair. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third.
When you know a guy has a great changeup on the mound, you've got to be willing to give up full side of the plate from time to time. It just looked like his timing was a smidge off.
Grounded to third. Backhanded. On to Freeman at first, and there are 2 away now.
Now batting, right fielder.
Up next will be Nick Williams. Kazmir gets the sign. Here comes the first pitch. Fly ball right down the line in left. Adams is after it. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Phillies down in order. We are still scoreless. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. 0-1 the count. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Just got a piece up the line. That's a foul ball. Pitch on the way. Line toward the gap in left center. And he will run this one down, moving to his right, and that's the first out of the inning.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Hoskins waits on it. 2 gone.
Now batting.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. First delivery to him on the way. Weak chopper up the line. Foul ball, however, strike 1. Set to deliver the 0-1. Swing and a little blooper to center. And this is going to get down for what should be extra bases. And there's your potential go-ahead run. Here comes the go-ahead run. And he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable.
The fans are not happy, and I can't blame them. And inside the Parker on that hit, there's simply no excuse for that. And everyone in the ballpark knows it. We'll see if he can shake it off and get out of the top half of this inning.
The windup and the 0-1. Breaking ball in for a strike. 2 out, nobody on. High in the air into shallow left center. Hoskins is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Digging in and looking for more, Cesar Hernandez. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He got under one and popped out his last time up. Line towards center field. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far.
Dan, are you even concerned about that? You've been pitching out of the wind-up all game, and now you have to go to the stretch.
It can be a concern sometimes, but you try to, in between starts, to make sure that you throw enough pitches out of the stretch. And he's been out of the wind-up most of the game, so we'll see how he reacts here after this base hit.
Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike. No hits to this point. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Ball swung on and hit high down the line in left, but it'll get back in among the crowd, so the count holds at 0-2. And this one's in the dirt, and almost had him, but he's able to make it back to first safely. The 1-2. Down the third baseline. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Oh, it's on the ground to second. Did he get his double play? To second for 1. On the first, it's a double play. Striding in once.
Leading off with the break, left fielder, Lane Abbott. Your attention, please. Now pitching for the Phillies, number
First delivery to him on the way. Now a swing and a fly ball. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Push to the right side. Throw, got him, and that's a gorgeous play.
Now batting,
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dansby Swanson. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
Looped over toward first, and this will get taken in at first for the second out of the inning. Digging in once again, Scott Kazmir. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Now the 0-1. And a fastball swung on and hit to second. Hernandez comes up with it. He'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. 1-0. Digging in to try it again, Cameron Rupp. A couple of groundouts on his batting line in 2 trips so far.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Ready for another shot now, J.P. Crawford. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. Brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'd be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
Guys, I've been really impressed with him tonight. I mean, he's carving these guys up with all of his pitches.
0-2 the count to Crawford. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Ready with the 0-2. Way outside. 1-2. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, but for him, Matt, he's more pitch to contact kind of guy, and obviously it's working so far, and the way he pitches, it really keeps his pitch count down.
And that'll get down for a base hit. On his way out to the mound now is the Atlanta skipper, and that's going to spell the end of the evening for Scott Kazmir. New pitcher coming on now. It's a submariner from down under. Seems fitting, the Australian-born Peter Moylan.
Boy, the Phillies have been looking for some offense all game long. They've yet to find it. Let's hope they can find it pretty soon.
Back up the middle. Swanson brings it in. A jumping catch at second for 1. On to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
Up next for Philadelphia, pitcher Luis Garcia.
Jorge Alfaro come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 38, Jorge Alfaro.
Hit in the air to center field. Swanson into shallow center. He's got it as the tying run is no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and a runner left. Edoboy Ramos enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
Now batting.
Here's Nick Markakis now, the right fielder. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Popped up. Crawford over to his right. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman. He lined out in his last trip, so looking for better fortunes here. Looks at a curveball over the inside corner.
To me, getting ahead 0-1, it's the most important pitch in the game, Matty. It puts the hitter on the defensive. I can only think of myself being in the batter's box. When I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something without fearing going 1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
Here now is the catcher, Tyler Flowers. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there, it's strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Just keeping him close. Freeman, the runner at first with 2 gone. And another throw over, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Swing and a little tapper. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and a man left. Braves held off the scoreboard here in the 9th. One last shot now for Philadelphia. They trail here 1-0. Arodys Vizcaíno comes out of the bullpen to shut things down here in the ninth.
Arodys Vizcaíno.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Aaron Altair. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Boy, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic. Watch it.
And I believe your tying run's going to be in scoring position right away, as this is down for extra bases. And he is into second base with a leadoff double. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with the single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. He'll get it into second, and he is out, trying for 2 bases, but credit him with a single and an RBI here.
Second baseman.
Ready once again, Cesar Hernandez. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. He's set, and the pitch. Line drive to left. And a knock for him this time. He's 2-for-4 for the game.
Hey, nice piece of hitting right there to put the winning run on base. I know there's 1 out in the inning. They got 1 more to play with that they could potentially be productive with. But this guy's looking to end this right now and put something in a gap.
And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. And a slider bounces, and that gets away. And a huge mistake, as that's going to move the winning run into scoring position. The 1-0. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike. Now it looks like the Braves are going to get a lefty up and throwing in their bullpen. The 1-1 pitch. And he misses 2-1.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box.
Hold on now. That ball is down and could score a run. And the Phillies are going to pull this one out. They walk off a winner.
And you know, these guys take their cue from their manager. He doesn't panic, so they don't panic. They just put those hard hats on and then go to work. They manufactured a couple of runs, and this game is theirs. That was a fun game.
Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, I thought he pitched really well. He wasn't necessarily dominant, but turned in a good, solid effort and definitely was a factor in the win here.